Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Monster Hunter. I'm HazzD. Last time we went out and finally combined some items. This time we're going to go out and do some fishing. Huzzah for tutorial quests. Of course there's fishing involved. However, this time I want to quickly show off that I managed to find a rare steak in my chest. So what I'm going to do is quickly combine it and power juice. After 3 attempts it finally works. Anyway, this is power juice. Basically allows you to run non-stop for a limited amount of time, which is pretty sweet. First I want to talk to this guy over here. Hiccup! Just look at my buddy here. He says he's going to give his lady love a present. But you know, want to know what I think? Instead of scratching around for items, I think he ought to try going after the big money, catching some rare fish. I don't know why that was so hard for me to read. Here's what I heard. Once in a blue moon, you can catch a shiny golden fish. That's what I'd go for, if I was him. Yeah, basically this guy's a drunk. He's just sitting there talking about fish. Convenient, considering we're going out fishing. So let's go out and do some fishing. He was talking about the guy next to him buying something for his lady love, which is something I'll get into later on because basically there's a little bit of a story like the guy there with his story about him being a hunter. He's got some love story going on. It's romance. This game is now classified as a romance game because of that one guy who's going to give a fish to his lady love. Yes, I'm glad we covered that. Never mind, it's finally time to finish the last of the boring / tedious tutorial quests. I'm not saying this game is boring, I'm just saying that the start of this game, the tutorials are agonizing because they take so long to do. But never mind, what we want to do is take these rations and then I'm going to drink this power juice. Probably shouldn't have taken the rations considering this is going to give me infinite sprint for a limited time. So there we go. Oh, great. Now we're going to exit the area so I can't show it off. Brilliant. But there we go. Now I can run non-stop for a limited amount of time. I probably won't use this in a whole lot of quests to begin with, but I'll probably use it later on. Since later on in the game there is going to be a lot of running, because we're going to be chasing a lot of creatures about. So this will be very useful in keeping the Let's Play a little bit shorter than it has to be by cutting out some of the boring stuff. But what I want to do first is I want to come not in here, because I just suddenly remembered this is not where I want to be. What I want to do is I want to go up to our new area, Area 10, which is actually in this direction. So let's head on over there, past the moss swine, climb up here, and then go in this area here, and welcome to Area 10. And as you can see, a new creature. This creature down here falls into a new class of creature. It's not a herbivore, it's what's called a lion or something. Not a lion, as in raw lion. I mean a lion. It's L-Y-N-I-A-N, I think. Basically, it's a classification for small, intelligent animals. These creatures, even though they look like cats, they're actually intelligent creatures. They're called... I've forgotten. They're called Felynes. Which is basically... I can't remember how that's exactly related to cats, but it's related. They're cat-like humanoids with white fur, normally quiet and less angered, in which case they may attack. Capable of speech, they're sometimes found in the employ of humans. Basically, these are small, intelligent cats that can talk. They're pretty cool. So, there's something. These cats, normally you hardly ever attack them, but if they appear in an area where a large creature is and that somehow manages to do an area effect damage on them, they will go berserk and keep attacking you no matter what. Even though you didn't attack them, they will just attack you. It's a little bit stupid and a little bit annoying, but never mind. Here we are in a new area. It's a small area with a river in it, of course. Where else would we go other than the river? Here we go. Somehow that water is just flowing straight through the rock. No problem. Meh, whatever. There we go, there's our fish. The first catch of the day is coming. But first we've got this. This is another creature. If I block it quickly and then run over here and try and get out of the way while I read our next bio. One moment please. There we go. I managed to get the text. Oh my god! It just suddenly came out of that tree. I didn't know it could do that. Never mind, this is a Bullfango. I don't like that name because it's a little bit of a mouthful to say, so I normally say Bullfangolo, just quickly. I don't know why, that's just how I say it. It's a large wild boar. It's a relative of the moss swine. They're just a larger sort of a boar. It's a herbivore, I believe. They are foul-tempered. They will charge hunters on sight. They are aggressive and powerful, so beware. They're often hunted for their meat, which many hunters find delicious. And as you can see, these things are annoying. These things are one of those creatures like the Felynes, which appear in quests just in the background, and they will just be there to annoy you while you're trying to hunt something a lot bigger than them. Normally if I used my shield to block an attack like that, it would have taken down my stamina. The more powerful the attack, the lower my stamina will go. But since I've got this power juice, it doesn't drop down. Basically what I want to do is draw it towards me where I can hit it from the side, and then roll. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to do that. I was intending to roll, but for some reason I blocked, I think. So let's bring it this way. Come on. So basically, this is what you have to do. You've just got to draw it to the side and then slash at it. My weapon's power has gone down. Fortunate, but there we go. It's down. It'll make one of the most horrific sounds I've ever heard for killing it. This thing will constantly respawn every time you come back in the area, this Bullfangolo. Or Bullfango. I know, it's hard for me to say it properly, but who cares? What we want to do is come over here and press square. As you can see, you can use fishing items here. All we want to do is throw it in. Even though you can't really see it, there are fish in there. What we want to do is wait until it drops down. I think I've lost my bait. Yes, I lost my bait. Basically, we want to press X when it drops down below the surface. Not just shake, but when you feel the vibration in your controller. So if I throw this back in. The fish we're looking for is one of the smaller ones. So you want to wait until that fish is angled towards your lure. So that... There we go. I just had to concentrate for a second. Basically, you want to wait. And there we go. We got the right fish. Basically, what you want to do is wait until that fish is looking towards where your lure is. And then you want to throw it in. So that fish right there, it's very close. Ooh. Okay, and I lost it instantly. Brilliant. I'm normally a lot better than this one trying to commentate. Basically, when you throw it in, you've got to wait until the fish you want is looking in the right direction. So that fish there will now come over. It's the first fish to get there is the one that will be on the lure, on the, there we go, which will grab it. So you have to wait until the right fish is looking in the right direction for you to get it, basically. So yeah, then you have to wait for it to come up and grab it. You can pull back your lure without losing your bait. If you throw it in and then press X or square, you'll pull it back and it will say you won't catch anything, but you don't lose your bait, so that's quite useful. If you run out of bait, you can come over here and search here, and you'll be able to search here somewhere. Hello? Okay, I can't find anything there. There's normally a search point there. For some reason, I can't find it. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you search here, you will find some bait. There we go, got a worm. I found a worm. So there we go, that's pretty much everything about fishing you need to know. You just have to throw it in at the right time when the right fish is looking at it, and then pull it up the second it gets pulled under. But what I want to do is climb up here and come to this wall because it's actually a mining point. And you can get iron ore, earth crystals, stones and disc stones here. I never explained stones and disc stones. Stones are basically an item you use to throw at a monster. So if you want to attract a monster's attention, so say you're standing on the other side of a trap, you throw a stone at it, it'll get its attention and charge you possibly, depending on the monster. Disc stones are kind of like a really rubbish version of iron ore. It's like the lowest form of ore you'll ever find. It's hardly ever used for anything. But when it is used, you need a lot of them. So just be aware of that. Okay, what I'm going to do now is head in here. You can see there's this paint on these rocks, suggesting that there is something in here. And once it's loaded, you'll see this is the lion's base. It is where the Felynes and this new form of, well, it's not a new form, but this variation of the Felynes, the Melinks, I don't know, it's a different type of cat. They're annoying cats, basically. If I say those damn annoying cats, I'm probably talking about them. Basically, these are a variation of it. They are cat-like humanoids with black fur. Being sticky-fingered, they won't pass up a chance to steal things and take them back to their village. Easily distracted by the sight of Felyne. Basically, these things, if you're not in this village, they will chase after you and try and take items off you, and they will bring them back here. If they have, by chance, stolen items from you, you can come over here and search here. You'll say, I wonder if there's anything there. If there is something there, you will find something. And I think it gives back all your items in one go, which is quite nice, so you don't have to constantly search. Over here, there is some bugs. So if you're looking for bugs, there's some here. If you went into Area 9, these things are all over the place. They're normally the creature you'll find in there are these things. They are very, very annoying, these things. Since you may be hunting some massive creature and then one of these things will run up from behind you, knock you down, and steal something important like a potion or a pickaxe, and it'd be really, really annoying. But anyway, that's that. The spider webs over there, and I think that's about it for this area. Yep, that's about it for this area that I really have to note. Get used to seeing this cart. This cart will appear a lot in this game. I don't know, it depends on how skilled you are, but it will probably appear a lot in my LP, so be prepared to see that a lot. And as you can see, this thing is respawned, so I have to run. That shiny spot on the ground there will yield stones, so if you're looking for a stone, that normally will yield some. I think it also has disc stones there, but I may be wrong. So what I'm now going to do is run all the way back to camp, since I've now got this sushi fish, which is the fish I was looking for. Yes, it is. There we go. So now we're going to head back to the camp and hand in this quest and finally be done with all of the tutorial quests, which everyone dreads doing. They're done, guys. We're finally there after 2 hours of on-screen gameplay, pretty much. We are finally there. We are finally out of the 1-star quests, pretty much. And finally time for something exciting. I say it as this has been boring and horrible, but this game is pretty good. Even when it's the tutorial quest, it's still pretty good. And even though it has dragged on for 2 hours, it hasn't felt that long. Just because of how this game is structured. So that's what I really like about this game. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I will say that the beginning of this game, the tutorial section, is way too long. It just drags on for so long. In later games, like Monster Hunter Tri, this is fixed really nicely. Like, the tutorial consists of maybe 10-20 minutes of the game, and after that, it's pretty much, you're just golden. You'll just go off and do stuff, which is really nice. So, now that we've completed this quest, we're going to head back to the village and see what our reward is for doing this. Okay, let's take a reward. I've got too many items. Something that's quite nice about this quest is that you can get cuckoo scales from completing it. That's quite nice. So this is an easy way to get a lot of money early on. So there we go. We've got some monies, and we're heading back to the village. Okay, and now that we're back, I want to head over to the chief right away and see what our reward is for completing all 5 of the 1-star quests. And that is an urgent quest. And that urgent quest is our first hunting quest. Finally, we can go out and actually hunt something worthwhile. So, next time, we'll be going out and hunting our first monster. So until then, like, comment, subscribe, and all the other good stuff. I've been HazzD, and I will see you next time.